Hey again. Let me talk in this video about strings. Strings is a special case from the arrays, so I will create a new file and name it strings demo. Okay, and I will start my function main with whatever. So let's assume I have a string, and this string name it message. Now this message could be any message like welcome to New York. Okay. And this is, as I said, this is a string. As you say, it have multiple things. What we could do with the strings? Well, we could do a lot. But we suppose I have another variable, name it name, and it has a value Hussein. One thing we could do with the string, we could combine two strings. So I will say var all message should be, I could do message plus the name. That means I just concatenate two strings, this one and this one together. So I could add this plus between them and easily I could just print this string, and I want to debug it to show you how this one happened step by step. Here we go, just reach this point. Now first one, I define variable named message has this string. I have another variable named Hussein. Now I concatenate both of them to one variable, name it message welcome to New York Hussein. So it's, and just print them just this way. Well, the name should be in the beginning, so I would say I would expect Hussein plus, then colon, then another string. So it's okay to combine two strings and add colon between them. But if you see it give me some recommendation, what you should do, you say, okay, convert it to templates. Templates a bit nicer. We talked about template a lot. You just string templates. You add this one, colon, then this one. And really nice way to see the output. You tell me, hey Hussein, welcome to New York. So this is the simple way how we could combine two strings. But what else? So if you look through the string, for especially this string, how it look like to you? It's just long string. I just want to use the draw tool. So this is the string. So the string starts with this empty space, then welcome and everything. Every location in this string represents represented by a specific index. So the space represented by index 0, W by index 1, and E by index 2. So for example, if I print for 0, it should print the first element in the array, in the string, I mean. I just click it, you see so empty space. Because this is empty space, you don't see anything. But if I print for 1, I should see the second element in the array, which is what? Which is W. I'm supposed to see that W as a second element in the as output. So just wait seconds. I didn't see W, I see the U. And the first one I see when I print 0, I didn't see, I see N, I think, H. Why? Well, because this is all messages considered a complete message, not only that one. What I mean by that. Let me just debug it for you to see what went wrong. So in seconds, when I debug it, we see it in the memory, and we'll understand everything, what 0 mean and what 1 mean and what 2 mean and what everything else mean. So first of all, we define a string. If you see this strings, and this is the value. So every location in the string has different values. So for example, W space went to location 0, W went to location 1, 2, E, 3, and more. Same thing for the second string. Hussein has this locations value 0, 1, 2, 3, H, U, S. But when we combine them to a new string, all message, now Hussein he started the beginning of the string, which because we start adding it. So location 0 should be H. Is that right? And that's what we see here. What we saw, like what we will see if we just go next, we will see H. Because H is for Hussein, 1 for you. What now? How you could represent this one? Is it array? Yes, it is array. So all the string, if you see it here, is just array, complete array. Same thing for the first one. If you look through this one, welcome to New York, it's just array with location index. and in every location has specific value. So the string is just example of array. They just define array, fixed size. So now, what else I could do with strings? I could do a lot. So think about, you want just a print, convert everything to lowercase. You say, okay, print line. I want to convert everything in the message to lowercase. Okay, to lowercase this way. I also could convert everything to uppercase. So I just to say dot to uppercase. This is a classes as a part of the strings, or methods in the strings that could change everything to uppercase, everything in lower case, or also could trim the string. So for example, I say print message dot trim and message alone. Let me see what's the difference between a print message dot trim and message without a trim, and we will see everything in seconds. Well, looking here, you see first location is H, that's right. So when I convert everything to lowercase, that's what I get. Everything in lowercase. CY is lowercase now. W is lowercase. Uppercase, everything now in uppercase. A trim, what trim mean for the message? That means take the message and remove any space before the string and in the end of the string. You see we have this space, it just get removed here. Welcome to New York. So the second one, you cannot see it because I didn't add the print. I should add the print line to see them in different line, both of these. So you'll see the difference between them. So here you go. If you see the first one, because we did a trim, we removed the space. The second one, which is this one, we did not do the trim. We still have the space printed in the screen. Now, last part I want to talk about string, how to split the strings. Think about, you have this some informations and we want to split them according word. You read every word as a single token and you process it. In this case, we use a string split. So I will define a variable var, I name it tokens, and this tokens will represent anything in the message dot split. Okay, I won't split only this one. I don't want to split everything, only the message. So how I would split them? On what the character I want to split about. I want the delimiter. I wish space. That's mean whenever you find a space, just split. So this one will be alone, this one alone, this one alone, this one alone, and everyone will be alone. Then they will be added as a list of tokens. So I could print them by saying for token in tokens. That means any token, because now this one is a list. You could think about it as something like multiple elements. So you could say, okay, any elements in this element, just bring it to me, and I could say print line for that token. You could say it in this way, so you could see the space when you get to print it. More clear for you. One thing you see it like here, I could take the string, split it by space, and I will have a list, because list of words. And if you see, this is my word. So this is the first token is a space, that's right. So the second token is welcome. Third token is to. Fourth token is a new. And the last one is York. It's better to, before I split, I could do trim to make sure I don't need this space. So trim it, remove any space in before and after, so I would see only the words. So now, for example, you want just remove any stop words, for example, such as to. So it will not print 2 from the string. So see, you have welcome to New York, you have only welcome to New York as a different tokens. You could do whatever you want to do with every tokens. For example, you say if the token, you could say contain in string when you search inside the string. I search inside string for stop words. For 2, if it has 2, I don't take it. Or if it has is, I don't take it. So these words I don't print them. I mean stop words, is are, whatever. I don't print them. Otherwise, I print other words. So you say if string contains, I mean you search in the string for word 2. If find 2, just don't print it. Just remember, there's a difference between token and tokens. Tokens is a list. To make it clear, you should say list of tokens, so you will not have any problem. So, well, as this string has because I add or. Okay, I should add and. It should not has this one. I should not add this one, because if it doesn't satisfy this one, it will satisfy the second one. Just make sure you add or to avoid these errors. So now see, welcome New York tokens. I just removed 2 because this is considered stopwords. So I told you this one should be a better list of tokens. You just so understand this is as a list. And you see this is a new formula and for loop. You could just, if you have a list, you could iterate through the list by giving a name, and you could get every time a different one. You could see how this one works by debugging this, and see like how every time it get different token or different element in the list. You will see it in seconds. So until now, until it reaches this step, we have message. When you have a list of tokens, have a welcome to New York. So token list of element, array list. Okay. So now the array list, I could iterate through it using token every time I get different ones. So now see the token now has a welcome, and I say is welcome contain? No, just print it. The second token now I will have it should be a 2. Is it 2? Yeah, don't take it. Then the third token is a new, is the new part from it, print it. And same thing for the first token. So here we're done. Thank you for watching and see you next.